So what can you make in your first year of mobile welding? The answer to that question depends on your area that you live in and what it costs to run a business in that area. Depends on your availability, your experience, and your willpower. But I tell you that you'll make nothing if you don't just start now. So get the process going, start the paperwork, start making your plan, just get going. My first year in business, I literally broke even. I think I did 25 to 27 in work, $27,000 in work. And I don't know exactly what the profit was, but I know I paid $19 in taxes. So that means I literally didn't make anything. And to get the taxes done, it cost me like 719 bucks or 720 bucks to actually get the taxes done, which is kind of funny. So I didn't make anything, but I also didn't have any experience in business. I didn't market well. I was way undercharging. That was a huge part of me not making money. I learned on the first few jobs I did, I was like, I pretty much just lost money right now. So I need to work my prices up. I started talking to other companies around that were similar to mine and told them what I was charging. And they're like, what are you doing? You're crazy. So I was way off on what I was supposed to be charging. And that really affected my first year. But more importantly, what I gained and what I made was more important than money. I gained experience and I made progress. I learned that I wasn't charging enough. I learned how to get customers better. That's always, you're always going to be trying to get customers, right? That's the whole point of this business. Well, any service business, you've got to get the customer. Got to get the butts in the seats. But I learned a lot that first year. I learned that I'm going to have to start the second year with some employment. But yeah, and that goes pretty much for whatever you're starting, whatever kind of business you're starting, service businesses especially. You have to just get started. You're not going to get anywhere without getting started. You get nothing out of waiting. You can overplan things. When you overplan and you get started, eventually you get shocked by your plan not working, you know. So not that I don't recommend planning. Some people are really good at planning. I might just not be very good at it. Like coming up with the actual business plan, which is important, but it doesn't always work out that way, and you don't want to shock yourself. So, but if you really want to hit the ground running and make some money on your first year, really focus on getting the customer. Focus on make a marketing plan. I think marketing, it's not I think, marketing is the most important part of your business. If you want to make money, you got to have the customer. So most of the plan should be on how you're going to get the business. And that's something I didn't do, and I learned the hard way. But, you know, sometimes we have to learn the hard way. And if it's a dead end, it's a dead end. So you move on, try something else, or go back to work. You know, what are your options? Work on your marketing. Be professional. We are welders, so our professional looks a little different than, like, say, an electrician's professional, but we can still try to be as professional as possible. And make sure you're answering the phone. I am super guilty of not answering the phone because of the spam calls and stuff that you get once you're on Google. If they're not going to leave a message on my phone, I kind of just go, well, it must not have been that important. But I'm sure I'm missing out on a lot of business by not doing that. So make sure you answer the phone. I'm a bad example of that. So all that to say, you can make money your first year. It's not going to be easy, but you need to just get started. You need to get that learning curve going and make some progress. You don't make progress without doing anything. So keep moving forward. Thank you for watching. Check out some of my other videos, and I hope you have a great day.